Welcome to What's Cooking in the Library. Today we are making Mandarin orange pretzel parfait. This is a really light dessert that's like perfect for spring. So we're going to start out with, we need 1 cup of crushed pretzels. So I'm just going to put them in my food processor here. I need 1 cup of these. And I'm going to add 1/2 cup of butter that's melted. And 1 tablespoon of sugar, granulated sugar. I'm just going to mix that together. Okay, and I have these clear cups. They're like perfect for this. I'm just gonna put a little bit of this in the little bit of that in the bottom of each one of these cups. Okay. Then we're gonna work on our second layer. So we need 8 ounces of cream cheese. So to this, and this is definitely better if you soften the cream cheese. I've had mine out this morning, so it's soft. Then we're going to add 1.5 cups of whipped topping to it. And then I'm going to add 5 tablespoons of sugar to it. And then I'm just going to use my blender or my mixer here. I'm just going to mix this until it's totally mixed together. So then I'm going to just take these cups. I'm just going to take about a 1/4 cup and just put that down in here. Kind of smooth it out to where it's all the way across, like that. In the fridge, just put these in the fridge until, so they kind of, while I make my jello. All right, we're gonna make our jello part of it now. So you need a 6-ounce box of the, I'm using orange jello today. I am also using the 0 sugar, just to kind of cut down on the sugar a little bit that's in here. So it's a 0.6, but it's the big box. So I'm going to use the orange jello here because we are doing Mandarin orange today. To that, we're going to add 1 cup of boiling water. just going to stir that until it's dissolved. Okay, so I have a 1/2 cup of cold water here. I'm going to add ice to where that makes 1½ cups. All right, I'm going to add this to the hot jello, and we're just going to stir, and that's going to thicken up really quickly. Melt that ice. Pretty thick. We're going to pick out any of these extra big ice cubes that are left. We're just going to take those out. I don't know if you can see, but it's already pretty thick right here. We're going to go ahead and add most of the can of Mandarin oranges. I'm going to save a few to put on the top, and we're just going to stir that right in. And then we're going to pour that right over the top, put some on the top of each of our All right, I'm just going to use a measuring cup here. Just scoop about 1/4 cup and put it in the top of each of these. And then the rest of the whipped topping, I'm just going to put a little bit of whipped topping on the top. Kind of put it over to the edges. And then I'm going to just take some of these extra Mandarin oranges here and just top with a couple of them, just for decorative. And then it's ready to eat. So you're going to want to store this in the refrigerator. Keep it stored in the refrigerator. But isn't that pretty? That's a pretty little fun spring dessert. You can actually use any flavor of jello you want. You can use, I've done it a lot with frozen raspberries or frozen strawberries. The difference is you would not add the ice, you would add the frozen fruit, and it would thicken up the jello. And you can make different kinds of parfaits using different kinds of fruit. So give this fruit parfait a try.